What is the deal, YouTube? What is the deal, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So let's jump right into this video. Miami Dolphins versus the Dallas Cowboys. And I want to go over some of the things that I expect for the game versus the Dallas Cowboys. And I want to go over some of the things that I absolutely 100% do not care about. So let's talk about the things that I care about. Starting off with this game, we will get our first look at our revamped defensive line. We'll get to take a look and see how Mario Williams looks, how Cam Wake looks. I don't know exactly how many snaps these guys are going to get together, but these are the things that I want to see. I want to see how much pressure we can get on the quarterback. I don't know if it's going to be Dak Prescott or Tony Romo. I would rather see Tony Romo in this game so we can get I don't know if Tony Romo is going to play because, of course, he's always banged up. But I want to see exactly what happens. I want to see how we stop the run. I want to see if we can stop the run. I don't know if Ezekiel Elliott is going to play because he's been, hampered by injuries. So I want to see exactly how we deal with the run game of the Dallas Cowboys. I want to see how we deal with the pass game and Des Bryant. Of course, we don't have a number one cornerback. So I want to see how we're able to deal with those weapons that the Dallas Cowboys have. And I want to see how much heat we can get on the quarterback, considering this is the best defensive line in football. Now that I've gotten the thing, and I want to see Jakeem Grant, special teams. I want to see what he does against this Dallas special teams as well. So those are the things that I care about. The things I do not care about. I do not care how the offense does versus the Dallas Cowboy defense. I just don't care. Why do I say that? This is a Dallas defense that is missing 4 to 5 people on defense. They don't have a pass rush, and their secondary is pretty fucking average. Now, if we do abysmal against this Dallas team, then I'm going to be even more pissed than I was last week. But I'm not going into this game thinking that is something that I need to watch for, because we're playing a defense that has no pass rush. Their best pass rusher is a free agent right now. Greg Hardy's still a free agent. Now, Laramie Tunsil has been practicing very well. I seen Brian sent me a tweet the other day that says Laramie Tunsil and Adama Suh went head on head, and it was a stalemate. So that is some very promising things to look forward to. Hopefully, one of the other things I do want to see is I want to see Parker back on the field. I want to see him healthy. I want to see him playing, football and able to stay fucking healthy. Told you, man. I tell you, I was pissed off when we drafted him last year. I still do think, man, with the glimpses that we saw, that this with him and Jarvis Landry, that we have 2 number ones, and then you stick Kenny Stills and our tight end out there, and I feel like our offense could be a problem, but we need to pull it all together. But I do not care how this offense performs against this bad defense. I don't. I really don't. But if we perform poorly, if we perform at the same level that we performed last week, it will look even worse, considering the fact that last week we had JPP, we had Olivia Vernon, we had Pro Bowlers on that defensive line. This linebacker core is missing. Between the line and the linebacker core, they're missing about 5 people. Let me see if I can pull that up exactly. Cowboys All right. Let's see. 3 key suspensions impact how Cowboy 3 key suspension impact Giants. Pass rush problems plague the Dallas Cowboys. Let's look at this one first. This is in New York. All right. So, who's all those guys? All right. So, the Cowboys had another suspension thrown on the pile Thursday. Rolando McClain suspended 10 games. DeMarcus Lawrence is suspended. Randy Gregory is suspended. And Greg Hardy is not there. So that's 4 guys right there. You know what I mean? So I don't care what the fuck our offensive line is able to do versus this bad Cowboy line. I expect us to do fairly well. If we do bad, it will be 10 times worse than it was last week. To me, it will look 10 times worse if we do bad versus this Dallas Cowboy line versus that fucking Giant line. If we do bad versus a team that has 4 guys suspended, or 3 suspended and 1 not there anymore. If we do bad versus those guys, that tells me everything I need to know. On the flip side, if we do good versus this Dallas offensive line, we're able to stop the run and stop Dez Bryant. That's a good sign. See what I mean? The Dallas offensive line, hands down, the best offensive line in football. If we're able to stop that run and stop them from moving the ball, that's a very good sign for our defense. So, that's my thoughts on it. I'm gonna go to the comment section before I get out of here. I can't wait to see how we look versus the O-line of the Dallas Cowboys. I hope we're able to do well. Before I get out of here, let's see. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, man, it's that's how I look at it. Anyway, man, I gotta get ready to get out of here so I can get on the road. A lot of things are coming up, man. I might even be coming back to freaking Florida. I never thought I would say that, but there's a lot of things going on up here with this school system that I'm not exactly happy with. So even with all the great things that's going up here for me financially, I might end up coming back to damn Florida for the school system. I agree. Dallas will tell us a lot. Anyway, man, I will talk to you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Follow me on Twitter at Casual, at KASUWELL. Peace. Damn. Everybody's freaking retweeting me now. What the hell?